Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Hawks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. Desmond King now to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. Start by running the option to the right. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. On second down, they'll run it here. And he works free. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Kemble, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Norris. No gain there on the first down play.
I knew they actually went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
To throw on third down, Kemble. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Their mobile quarterback keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. This fielded right at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's James. He goes airborne. And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he loses the football a second time. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now remember, he had a fumble earlier in this first quarter that they were able to retain, but this time, not as fortunate.
No, not at all. And you and I know that the coach right now on the sideline, that's what he's saying to him. Look, I get a fumble every now and then, but 2 in the first quarter, that can't happen anymore. We've got to have strict ball security from here on out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They run it with James. And some room to maneuver. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He's recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously, the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On the ground, it's James. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. action on that one. And even 60 yards. After one, 17-7 the score. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Kimball. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Yeah, exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Kimball. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this.
And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And you're sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Seahawks continue to look good first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Ravens offense back out there. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got me pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now an option play on second down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw. Kimball. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 46 yards. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead. They'll start by running the option to the right. Oh, good move. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Kimball. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Running Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down at the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Seahawks are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. King going to look to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Kemble.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. On the move past the 40.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
77 yards.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Throws right side, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown in this Super Bowl.
And the Seahawks are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A little track jump. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but now
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Oh, he's got a little down, and now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
99 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will not be denied into the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Kimball. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
These deep, and now, as with every potential turnover, we're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Kimball. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Operating from the gun, Kimball.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. James. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
On the return, it's Tony.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
To throw on second down, Kimball. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game.
And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When you break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Now they try the right side here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On first down, Kimball. And his throw here's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Kimball. That's good. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
On the move past the 40.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives them the first down yardage.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Seahawks continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
2nd and 4.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, James. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Right back to him on first down. Room here to run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, what a move.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Kimball. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A solid stiff arm. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Kimball. He finds Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Kimball. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kimball. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Kimball. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Kimball. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.